Welcome to my tips for the AFL season. Finals week 2 is what we just had. We ended up getting 1 out of 2 there. We got Brisbane to beat Gold Coast. Hawthorn put in a really good game to beat Adelaide, but probably more that Adelaide didn't play that well as well. Now, we did have a value bet on Adelaide, meaning we lost another unit there on Adelaide, but overall, while the value bets aren't looking good, the 18 plus bets did look good. So let's have a quick look at this week. So going into week 3 for the preliminary finals, we have Geelong versus Hawthorn. Geelong should win this. Again, it's a 56% game. Geelong did look very good against Brisbane a couple of weeks ago. They've had a week break, had time to prepare. They should be good enough to get Hawthorn here. Hawthorn wasn't in the top 4. They are the only team outside of the top 4 still in the finals, so it would be good for me, given that I have bets on Geelong, Collingwood, and Brisbane to win the grand final. For Hawthorn to get knocked out this week, that would allow my finals bets to pretty much come to a completion for the final series, and we would get a nice profit going into the grand final regardless of who wins. If Hawthorn can win that, they're going to face the winner of Collingwood or Brisbane. Now, just looking at the Geelong Hawthorn game, I've got a predicted margin of 5 points. The odds there are $1.53 for Geelong, so the lowest odds we've had through the final series so far. I do expect Geelong to win this. Hawthorn on the line there. The line is 10.5, so with a 10.5 head point start, that's almost 2 goals. Hawthorn could win it. I do expect it to be fairly close, but I do expect Geelong to get up and win that game. Collingwood versus Brisbane. Brisbane looked okay against the Gold Coast last week. Gold Coast didn't do themselves any justice with how they played, but Brisbane did end up winning that game in what was quite a close one. So Collingwood versus Brisbane, I've got Collingwood winning that fairly easy again at 55%. In my thoughts, the model says 55%. Predicted margins 3, odds are $1.66, line is 6.5. While Brisbane was a top 4 side, they're a bit hit and miss, as were Collingwood and Geelong going into the finals. But again, Collingwood and Geelong put in a really good first week in those finals, and I expect them to put in another good showing. I do expect the grand final to be those home teams. So let's see how we go. The home ground advantage hasn't worked as good this final series. If you have a look, only 2 home teams have actually won. Now that's interesting. It is, all the games have been, 50, 55, 60%. So it's well within variance of the away teams winning, but that's a little bit more unusual than what you would expect. So I'd expect a few more home games to win, and luckily for Geelong and Collingwood this week, they are the home teams. Let's see how it ends up. As I said, I predict the grand final will be Geelong versus Collingwood. If that is what happens, I'm looking at a fairly good profit for the AFL Finals season based on backing the top 4 when the finals started. And if Hawthorn does get through, then we'll have to sweat it out another week and see if the winner of the Collingwood-Brisbane game can actually beat Hawthorn in the final, but I don't think that's going to happen. As in, I don't think Hawthorn will get to the grand final. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Pretty short video, under 5 minutes. Only the 2 games. Should be great games to watch. No bets this week, so it is just watch and enjoy the AFL. You can check out my NRL video, which will be going up soon as well. And the NFL round 2, we did quite well, making a profit yet again. So 2 weeks, in the NFL, 2 profits. Keep in mind also the Brownlow markets are up. You can bet on those. I might put something up for that later on this weekend, but my model's pretty basic for that, but I can give you guys who I think the top 5 players are and give you the scores that I think they will get in that. I'll try to get that up on the weekend. Okay, gonna leave it there. Thanks for watching and good luck if you're having any bets this weekend.